Hello guys, ¿qué pasa? What's up? Here Antonio Serrano, and today I would like to talk to you about my top 5 favorite sponge routines. Sponge normally is considered like a prop that most professional magicians dismiss because it's in some or probably every kit for kids, so they can play as magicians. Well, let's face it, all of us started there. So it's not that bad. If you can perform something with sponge balls that is incredible, that is outstanding, you are going to have a ball at that. The main reason why some magicians don't want to use sponge balls is because they fear that some agents or some booker are going to look at them as all they are amateurs. They are using the same thing that comes with the kids, right? The kids. My pronunciation is not very good for kids. Well, you get the point. So don't dismiss sponge balls because the list that I'm about to tell you has a ton of professionals that use sponge balls and other forms of sponges to entertain whole audiences with great effect and response. So number 5 is a great comedy magician, Davy McCreary, and his Monty and sponge balls over the head. It's great. 3 sponge balls and a couple of squeakers, and it is hilarious. You have to check his Penguin Live lecture. That routine is awesome. It's incredible how you can be in front of a lot of people and just by putting 3 sponge balls on a table and go, no, this one is the one that squeaks. Okay, move them around. No, this one is the... You are very bad at this. It's great. His delivery, how straightforward it is, how direct it is. Oh, you are so dumb. Anyone, like, oh my God, you're stupid. No. I'm saying that to make them laugh. No, it's great. It's simply great. A great routine. And I love the sucker gag with the squeaker. Outstanding. Incredible routine. Okay, so number 4, I have Albert Goshman. Albert Goshman, his classic set with the salt shakers and the coins. The beat that he has with the sponge balls, I think, is great. Using 3 different sizes and different colors balls is great. Different sizes, different colors, and he uses that principle of different colors and different sizes to his advantage. And he's also using more than 3 balls, I can tell you that much. He's using more than 3 balls to be one ahead at some point, and he's great. His false transfer, sometimes he even transfers one ball from one hand to the other, and there is nothing. But you can swear that you see the ball. There is nothing already, but he goes like this, and he's like, yeah, I saw the ball, and it's nothing. So it's great. He's a great magician, very soft. The lines that he like a mirage that swimmers in the desert, something like that is great. When he makes the ball disappear, outstanding part of his classic act. So we go to number 3. Number 3 is Everlasting Sponge from Eric Leclerc. A routine which is basically balls from the mouth. It's very funny. It's one of those routines that you do it in a kids show and all of the kids end up the show talking about, oh my God, the magician pulled a lot of balls out of his mouth and also from his nose. And in this case, in Eric routine, there is a production of a very big ball from your backside, let's call it that way, and it is extremely funny. You can do this to music, you can try to speak. There is a lot of great magicians like Beloved, David Williamson, that when they perform for family audiences, they do. Chris Randall also performs balls from the mouth even in comedy clubs. So it is great. It's a great routine, and I love Eric Leclerc because he adds color changes, the comedy wand, the big ball production at the end. Extremely funny. Extremely funny. Okay, let's go to number 2. Number 2 is to the all-time legend Pat Page. His routine, it's called Sponge Ball Routine, Professional Sponge Ball Routine, I think. In his Secret Seminars, Volume 5. You see that routine and you are like, oh my God, this guy basically created the routine that every worker does. It's like the appearance of the ball, split it into two, traveling in his hands, then traveling to the spectator's hand, then making three appear, and then the face of one in the hand, two in the pocket. And I love the ending when he has nothing in his hand. The crowd thinks that he has three balls, but there is nothing. And he said, could you please open your hand? And he goes, thank you very much. And he opens his hand, there is nothing inside, and he uses the spectator hand to shake him, to say, thank you very much. So classy, so interesting, so down to earth. It's a great, great routine. Pretty basic in props, not basic in slides, but basic in props. Everything is personality in all magic, but when Patrick Page is the one performing it, it doubles that. It's like triple, quadruple the importance of the personality. So it is a great, great routine. You should check it out. And before number one, let's go with those important honorable mentions. It's very impressive to me that my top 5, all of them are routines using sponge balls. All of them. But in my honorable mentions, I have sponge rabbits, and my 2 favorite routines are Daryl. I love Daryl routine, where the rabbits that are flat and you can move them to change into a bird or a rabbit. It's pretty fun. And I also love Bob Sheets routine. Is in one of his DVDs, Bob Sheets Does Hospitality, something, I don't remember the volume, probably in volume 1, I'm not sure, but it's great. And he uses a set of rabbits. I don't remember the name of the maker, but they are great. The 3D Goshman rabbits that are very difficult to find right now, at least here in Spain, are pretty cool, but the ones that he uses, Bob Sheets, are extremely cute. They are even cuter in my opinion. They are great. So he gives the real work on the rabbits. I love the piece of advice that he gets when he says, if you are ever performing magic at a bar or any place like that, and you see another magician and he goes like, okay, let us both do some magic at this table, like some kind of competition, like let's do something together. I go first, then you go, and all that stuff. Bob Sheets always says, no matter what he does, you go after him and you perform the sponge rabbits, and you are going to kill. It doesn't matter if he performs the most badass card routine, very skillful, or coins across, extremely difficult to master. You go there and you perform the most basic sponge rabbit routines, and you are going to kill him. And it's completely true. It's completely true, and that's something that some magicians embrace, and that's something that other magicians dismiss. Like, oh my God, no, I have to do magic that is extremely skillful. But hey, we have to entertain people, and if we have to do some routines that are not that skillful, but they entertain and they amaze the heck out of people, I think that we deserve. I think that our audiences deserve those types of routine, even though they don't feel our ego as performers and skillful people. You know what I mean? And also in my honorable mentions, I've got more balls routines, sponge balls routines, which are the beloved Kids routine. In his Magic for Kids DVD, he has a sponge for mouth and a sponge ball routine in the hand with a big explosion at the end, pretty cool. And also Michael Finney. I love Michael Finney and his sponge ball routine. He just uses a couple of balls, a jumbo ball, a big ball for a gag, and a watch steal. He does a watch steal right at the end to finish his sponge ball routine, and it is great. As he says in his Pinwheel Live lecture, is a reputation maker, 100%. So to wrap it up, my number 1 routine using sponge balls is Tombstone Benson Burner. Oh my God, what a great routine. I know that a lot of you will go, no, that's not a sponge ball routine, that's a bowl and ball routine, that's not the same. For me it is. For me it is, and I would say that for most audiences it is. It's great. It's a bowl and ball routine, you know. He started with 3 balls, and it is great how well choreographed it is. Every time he vanishes a ball, he shows his hands completely empty. There is nothing to hold on. and he vanishes the ball, appears under the cup, under the ball, and they're first the three balls together, then one by one under the cup. And the thing that makes this a killer is at the very end he lifts off the ball, and there is a rain, like a rain pouring, like a water feature in a theme park or something like that. But instead of water, they are sponge balls, like filling the whole table. And when he lifts up the cup, one more time, sorry, the ball. When he lifts it up, more sponge balls start to fall out. It's like it's impossible for that amount of sponge balls to be inside of that breakfast bowl. Is unbelievable. A great routine, a great routine. I haven't got Tom Stone's book or any kind of instructions where he explains how to accomplish this routine, and I wanted to continue being like that. I have some routines from some magicians that I prefer not to know how they work. I have some idea how it works, but there are some little details that I have no idea how he manages them, and I prefer it to be that way. There are some routines that I know that I'm not going to perform, and I prefer to keep them as a mystery. And I think that Vincent Werner from Tom Stone is a perfect example for those routines that I would like to die having them as mystery. We as magicians need that more than anyone, to have a little bit of mystery in our lives. So that's my top 5 and my honorable mentions. Please let me know in the comments below if you think that there is any kind of routine using sponge that I forget completely that I should address. And as always, I see you in a near future.